I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars. How to buy, lease, maintain, or repair your car without being ripped off by a car dealer.
When you buy a new car, you can compare apples and apples. You know, a new Toyota Corolla, the same model, trim, etc., is going to be the same comparison at different dealers. But if you're buying a used car, you know, I found it to be much more subjective.
Well, yes, that's a good question. I happen to have the current June issue of the Consumer Reports open to the page 52 that says most reliable brands for 5-year-old vehicles. And actually, you're better off doing a Consumer Reports check on a used car because they've got a history. They list the 2017s here, and you can get it for any year, but the 2017 brand reliability, they go all the way. The top three, I'll read, the top three are the Lexus, Toyota, and Acura 2017 used cars, and the bottom three, the worst that you want to stay away from, are Chevrolet, Ram, and GMC. So they really have, if you've got a car that's 5 years old or 4 years old, there's a lot of history out there. And Consumer Reports really does the research, and they know when they say that if you're going to buy a 2017 Lexus RX, you're going to get a great vehicle. It's got a rating of 91, and if you can find one at a reasonable price, which you probably can't today, but if you could, it would be a far better buy than a new car. So Consumer Reports, they have great information on used cars.
Probably the best thing to do is just, it saves you a lot of time, is search online and start off at like a clearinghouse site like autotrader.com for the used cars, and then I would narrow it down to dealerships. I don't know if Earl's would agree with me on this, but you also have private sellers out there, small lots. There's also lots of crap. To kind of just weed out some of the most the worst possibilities, narrow it down to reputable dealerships, and look online. That saves you the shoe leather of running around town. And then there's other online sources that you can use just to get the pricing, to make sure you're in the ballpark. Everything's ranges, but look at Kelley Blue Book, what their fair value is, and there's some other sources. Those are not written in stone, but at least you know you're in the ballpark.
And the gold standard is to have the car checked by your own mechanic. Pay him $100, $150. Have him go over the car carefully, and get your Carfax report. If you get a Carfax report and have your own mechanic check the car, no one's going to pull the wool over your eyes. Either the car's right or it's not right, and that's the final test, the acid test.
Mm-hmm. One other thing you can do is stop in at the dealership for that particular car and ask the service department if they will run a national history for the service report to see what maintenance and repairs have been done on the car.
What's your take on CarMax and off-lease only?
CarMax is a great place to buy a used car. Carfax is where you want to check the car you bought at CarMax on Carfax.
And off-lease only, look over the car extremely carefully, because as a technician, I have seen a lot of people come in with relatively new cars that were totaled in accidents and then rebuilt and sold by off-lease only.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that, but wouldn't those accidents show up on the Carfax report?
Normally they will, and sometimes they just slip by, because sometimes, say your car gets damaged in an accident, and instead of going through your insurance company, you simply go to a body shop and have it repaired yourself. It never makes it to Carfax. They don't know about it.
What about buying from a private deal or private individuals, like on OfferUp or Nextdoor or Craigslist or whatever?
Not a good idea. Don't do it. Don't buy from a private individual. It's more problem than it's worth, unless it's your brother, a friend, a good friend. Yeah, but if you don't know the guy or the gal, don't buy a car from him.
Again, tell me a little bit more about AutoTrader, if you could.
Every
lots.
dealer in the world is on Auto Trader.
Yeah.
You have a huge selection.
Yeah.
You go by zip code, and you put in your zip code. How far away do you want to travel? And you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. The problem is you're basically getting virtually every used car that's for sale anywhere is on Auto Trader, autotrader.com. But that is the good, the bad, and the ugly. You got to narrow it down, refine it, as I said before, with your.
You can refine it to dealers only, and also change the miles. You want to look at 10 miles, 20 miles, 100 miles, or no limit.
Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.